protector parts know that we're not going to go anywhere without their permission, because we want to honor them. So do they have any concerns about us starting to look inside?
I just don't want to get emotional.
Okay, that part that says don't feel this, I'm confident that it has very good reasons why. Do you think we could talk to that part?
I don't know, I think so.
Okay, and the emotional part, how is that represented for you?
It's like memories.
Do you think you could ask the memories to take a step back? We're not trying to ignore the emotional part, but we just want to have a conversation with your protective system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'd like you to go inside and just sense in or around your body where you feel the protective part.
My heart.
Okay, focus on how you're experiencing that part. It could be situations, words.
Situations.
Okay, and I sense that if it shares the situations, there's a concern that the emotional part will step forward.
Mm-hmm.
Those memories really want to be heard.
I don't understand why they want to be heard.
Does it make sense to you why your protectors are working so hard?
Kind of. Yeah.
Can you share anything with me if it's okay with them? They don't want to?
I'm just starting to get emotional. It's just, I don't know, memories hurt too much.
So these protectors are protecting you from real hurt and pain.
Can I talk about something else?
Yeah, of course. So, do your protectors get tired when this part comes up and through?
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's like,
And how do you feel towards the protectors that are working so hard?
I'm always asking questions like, why are you working so hard? Because I feel like I'm past some memories. I feel like I'm past them, but the memories keep showing up. So I'm not past it.
And how do you feel towards the memories that keep coming back?
I don't know. I just had to step away for a second, like, whoo.
You went away?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need to go away from this right now? Because this is really intense.
Yeah.
And is this a familiar place for you to be when this part comes up and through?
Mm-hmm.
And do you have a word for that?
For being crazy?
To calm down, heal, and grow, I need a visceral feeling of safety.
It affects my entire being, body, mind, and brain. We experience the world with a different nervous system. After, we experience trauma.
Our rational and emotional brains come into conflict. This war plays out in our hearts, our guts, our lungs. I can't sleep.
I'm not hungry.
My stomach's screwed up. Being touched makes me want to scream.
I can't control all these urges and emotions.
I don't feel human.
If we are constantly defending ourselves against invisible assaults, our closest relationships suffer.
We lose our ability to imagine, plan, learn, play, and pay attention to the needs of others.
I can't think.
I don't feel anything.
I can't remember or make sense of what's going on.
I can't even imagine how to create something better.
We have to explore our inner world of sensations and emotions. We need a visceral feeling of safety in order to calm down, heal, and grow.
Take a deep breath, and what comes up?
I can see her a little, but mostly my chest just feels really tight. I feel like she's a part my bag lady has in her bag, but she gives me stress. She's holding a grudge against me. I can feel her unforgiving of me.
Go with that. Take a deep breath, and what comes up?
I can see my other parts, but they're not saying anything. I'm remembering things all of a sudden. Seeing little scenes from when I was in Miami, not good things. It's like she's trying to make sure I don't forget, because I can't let it happen again.
Go with that. Take a deep breath, and what comes up?
I'm seeing the end of my time in Miami. I didn't eat. I didn't shower. I didn't do my hair or brush my teeth. My hair was matted to my head, and I was so skinny, my clothes didn't fit anymore. I just didn't want to live this life.
struggled with alcoholism and mental illness, so home was never peaceful. But on Block Island, things were different. Our summer trips to Block Island were always my favorite week of the year. The 7 of us stayed in a small cottage and would explore the island and relax on the beach the whole week. It was the only chance I got to hang out with my dad away from the TV and his obsession with CNN. I'd do everything I could to get his attention. He always loved sea glass, or anything the ocean would spit out. Driftwood, little pieces of rope from lobster traps. We collected pockets full of it. One foggy morning, I took a long walk down the beach, searching for something different he might really like, something special. I walked to the edge of the water and let my toes get wet. I looked up and saw a ferry heading out. I looked down and saw what looked like a green turtle shell buried in the sand. I dug it out. An antique spoon. I knew he would like it. I ran all the way down the beach to where he was lying on a flat rock. I sat on his stomach and he opened his eyes, surprised. "Look, Dad, look." I held the spoon proudly in front of his face. "Look at all the stuff I got for your collection." I took all the sea glass from my pockets and placed it gently on his stomach. He said, "Thanks, Pumpkin." He was always mysterious to me when I was young, a man of few words.
My senses shut down. I see with no reaction, just blank emotion. I wander with no sense of smell. Sounds hypnotize me. A prisoner of my thoughts. I taste little. I touch, but feel nothing. This is the thing most absent. I desire these sensations, crave them like an addict. Oh, to feel anything again, but my body is numb.
Overthinker. Can I talk to you for a little?
I'm a little stressed right now.
Well, could you promise not to overwhelm me if we do talk for a bit?
I can try, but I have a lot on my mind. We haven't really thought about the things that we went through, and I feel like I'm the only one concerned about it.
I'm concerned about it too. What's got you worried?
We need a plan, and we need to think about things differently than we did in the past. A lot of things could have been different if we had just thought about it instead of acting out. You haven't really learned your lesson from all the shit that we went through. We need to make sure that all the stuff that happened to us doesn't happen again, and we need to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone we care about.
I agree with everything you just said, but I'm older now. I've grown. Those reactions were coming from my anger part, and that's not who I am. Sometimes we dwell on things that happened in the past, and we get stuck in it, and it prevents us from doing things that
Do you
we need
want
to.
to repeat what happened with us with our own kids?
No, I would never let that happen.
Right. So you need to learn the lessons so we can make the right decisions.
What are you so afraid is gonna happen?
I'm afraid anger is going to take over and make all the decisions.
Thank you for protecting us from that.
I'm glad you realize that that's important.
I do. And I'm glad that you're thinking about the important things. That's why I'm trying to help you out, so you don't have to work so hard.
And how are you gonna do that?
Maybe I can bring some clarity to your thinking so you don't go around in circles so much. Maybe I can help us focus on the good things so we don't forget about them.
I have this lonely part. She has a little open spot to my heart. When she feels lonely, I end up in bad relationships. She doesn't know how to love herself. She finds other people to give love to instead.
Since I was a teenager, I helped my dad a lot, going to the liquor store, lending him money. When he lost his license after driving his car into the ocean, I started getting his groceries too. I wondered if he only called because he needed me. I felt manipulated by him and mad at myself for even loving him. He could be so mean if he ran out of cigarettes or coffee and I wasn't right there to bring him more.
Hello? Dad, what's up?
Justine,
Yeah, what's up?
I think I'm ready to cash in my checks.
You're what?
I got nowhere to go from here. No one to see. Nothing to do.
What are you talking about? You never talk like that.
I'm sorry, Pumpkin. I shouldn't be talking about these things. Sometimes I forget you're still a kid. I guess I got no one else to call. Where are you?
I'm in Galilee with Mom. We're gonna get some food.
I'm so sorry, Pumpkin. You should go eat. I'm sorry to get you involved.
I want to talk to you.
You should just go eat.
I'm not hungry.
Go eat, I'll be fine.
Just promise me that you're gonna call.
It's not that simple, Justine.
Just promise that you'll call.
My mom would get so angry at him because he would drink and party with us kids and cause so many problems in our lives. She wondered why we even loved him and wanted to be around him when he could be so vicious to us and never did anything a father should do for his kids. I asked myself the same thing. One time, we got in an awful fight, and I was so mad I went to his house and took a recycling bin full of his beer bottles and smashed it all on his front steps. Then he came over to my mom's house and smashed bottles all over the driveway. I remember screaming and crying and promising myself I'd never ever help him again. But eventually, we made up. And I went back to running his errands and lending him money.
hate. I'm wondering, if you come out, could you not overwhelm me?
I can try.
And can I get to know you? Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah. I hate you. I hate who you are. You suck. What is wrong with you? I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
I can feel your hatred and your anger. Do you know when that started?
I've always been angry.
You feel very deep in me. I can see you, but you're not letting me separate.
I am you. And I am not okay with who you are. I hate you.
Do you think we could try that again? You don't have to overwhelm me. I just want to get to know you.
I think I'm really sad.
What is that sad part underneath the anger?
I'm protecting our bottomless sadness. Our sad and empty part.
Thank you for that work.
Now I know you know.
I'm not going to rush you.
You're a little stronger now. You're older than I thought you were.
How old are you?
13.
And is there anything that you need from me?
I want you to do some of the things that I have to do.
Okay. Is there anything you'd rather be doing?
I'd like to stand up for you, the true self sometimes.
I'd like that.
I'm afraid that our sadness might overwhelm you.
I can understand that. But we don't have to go there right now. I just want to get to know you.
Okay. I'm tired.
You want to take a break? Failing to feel anything.
Feeling disconnected from one's body or thoughts.
A distorted or confused sense of time.
Feeling dead or not alive.
one sleepwalking through everyday activities.
Feeling crazy or mentally unstable.
Altered body perceptions. Feeling physically and emotionally exhausted.
Feeling meaningless, worthless, hopeless.
Feeling like a stranger in one's own body.
Feeling disconnected from memories or memory loss.
Feeling empty or hollow.
Objects appear dim, flat, lifeless, artificial.
In the 6th grade, after my grandmother passed, my mom started to change. Things got quiet around the house. Everything seemed disconnected. There was more anger. And me and my dad would get into it. I like to draw. I started out drawing superheroes. I had a little portfolio. I wanted to go to art school. One day my mom tore up my binder. My drawings were all in pieces. I gave up on that dream. In high school, my mom found out she was adopted and all hell broke loose. She started drinking more, there were more fights. I know if she had been in her right mind, none of these things would have happened. I had a landline phone. My mom was on it. I asked if I could call my girlfriend, and she threw it and broke it. We started fighting. My dad came in to break it up and punched me in the eye. In the 10th grade, I couldn't go home a lot because of the stuff that was happening. I spent the night outside.
I thought about those crazy Michael Jackson videos with all the people passing out when he would come to the stage. Then I would put on my headphones and dance to keep warm.
ever had the urge to like get out of the house more or hang out with your kids or anything like that?
No, I mean, I'm literally addicted to monitoring the news. I'm like those preppers, waiting for the apocalypse.
Yeah, but what about your kids though? Your kids are doing pretty good.
No, I mean, I'm glad. I mean, I'm worried. I mean, I worry a lot. Like when you guys used to drink a lot, I always worry that when you get into an accident or get arrested, it's easy to imagine terrible things.
So you worry a lot.
I do.
Because that's something I have. I worry all the time. Like,
I think it runs in the family.
maybe that's even like why you drink so much.
I've been anxious since I can remember, since I was young. I think you're born that way.
Yeah.
There she is, next governor of Georgia, we hope.
Hopefully. Well, are you proud of your kids though?
Yeah, I mean, I often think how fortunate it is to have 5 kids and all of them are healthy and relatively happy and doing okay. I mean, this day and age, chances are you got 5 kids, one of them's gonna have some kind of problems, you know?
I mean, we do have some problems, but we're doing pretty good.
I mean, nobody's in jail, nobody's in a mental institution, stuff like that.
So, you never came to any of our events growing up, but you went to Matt's art show that one time. Why?
Because he invited me. Plus, I always felt guilty about not going to his wedding. Tried to tell him I didn't go to my brother's wedding. It's nothing personal.
Why can't you relax a little? What are you afraid is gonna happen?
I don't know how we'll get back up if we get pulled in too deep.
So you push everything down.
They're stubborn. They swim at my feet.
They keep coming back up though.
They try. It feels like wet hands crawling up my leg, trying to get to my head.
Yeah, I think they do manage to get up there.
Sometimes,
All those painful things
yeah,
that I haven't been able to deal with yet.
they take over. At first, I don't know where they come from.
They always make me feel so.
Defeated, lost.
Do you think these things are important?
They try so hard to be heard.
I know you're protecting me, but I want to try and let some of them come up. I want to try dealing with them.
anger, what would set you off?
Thinking about all the shit that happened, about all the people who walked away from us. Everything that happened wasn't okay. And it stuck with me. I'm different now. I'm on edge. I can't sleep. I don't even trust people. I feel like everyone around us thinks we're worthless. I'm done being talked down to. I'm done crying. And no one's ever gonna hurt us again.
I'm just trying to calm down and breathe right now because I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. Everything's racing right now. I feel really pent up in the chest. My chest is really tight. And I just feel a lot of stress. But I have been working on ways on how to fix these feelings.
I didn't know you could do that.
I'm working on it. That's why I want to get to know you better. I can sense a lot of sadness mixed in with the anger.
I don't want people to see us as angry. When everything goes black, it gets scary. I can't remember things. And then I'm tired and weak. Like that time I got mad at Dad. Before I knew it, my blood was on the walls, I had destroyed the entire room, and he was on top of me and I was trying to break free. It's really hard to recover from that. I have headaches, a sore throat, and my hands hurt because I hit stuff. And the people around me are scared.
I know. It can be really hard to recover from those episodes. I sense you don't want to respond with anger, though.
I need us to be safe.
How would you rather be?
To be happy and in a better place, and to know that I'm a good human. I don't want the past to control me. I want to learn from it. I can feel how much friendlier I was as a kid. I was just happy to be alive. I didn't think about things like I do now. Everything makes sense. Now nothing makes sense. I just want to trust everyone around me again.
I feel you on that. Remember when we were 13? And Dad got a house, got a car, had the whole family with him, and got us a dog? That's what I want. A family, and to love everything around me again.
you out of the house more. Have you hang out with your kids. I think you would like it.
Matt's got a nice backyard.
We can plan a barbecue and get all your kids together.
Yeah, I don't mind spending a few hours with people drinking beers.
So, I never saw you play guitar again after you quit drinking.
No, that was because my amp broke. And I left my acoustic in Little Compton. My uncle's got a beautiful Martin that he literally never plays. It's nothing worse than a nice musical instrument that never gets used. It's like those people who buy expensive art and put it in a warehouse. And no one sees it, because it's in a frickin' warehouse.
I mean, I'm sure we could get you a guitar if you wanted one. Did you start playing guitar when you were a little kid?
What's your sad part like?
She's younger, afraid. She's crying.
Alone?
How old is she? 9.
How do you feel towards her?
I feel bad for her. I want to help her, but she's closing herself off to me.
Just spend some time with her.
I'm holding her now. She thinks she's not enough, unlovable, that there's something wrong with her. She's scared that she's gonna be alone forever. She's showing me images of the fighting and chaos in the house.
Let her know how old you are. Did you have a nursing degree? You're a performing artist?
She's looking at me now.
She sees you.
You see her?
What do you want to tell her?
I love you. You're not alone.
It's a big one. The guilt that I carry for allowing things to happen the way they did. It was something that was done to me.
I didn't want to feel my own pain and wounds. With no compassion for my own wounded parts, I couldn't feel compassion for others. Once I got in touch with my pain, I could feel more compassion for the people around me and all their troubles.
Steve, I love you very much. You're a wonderful daughter.
something. I'm mistaken, I'm something now.